Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we are diving deep into SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Our initial report was published on our website on Thursday, the 29th of May, 2025. And now, we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has categorized the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of negative 0.07. Now let's examine the performance of the ETF during this time frame. The ETF has experienced natural fluctuations, but it currently shows a loss of negative 0.19% since our initial recommendation to hold or accumulate. This represents an average loss of negative 0.06% per day since it was designated as hold or accumulate. The exchange-traded fund lies in the upper part of a wide and weak rising trend in the short term. This typically presents an excellent selling opportunity for short-term traders, as a reaction back towards the lower part of the trend can be anticipated. A breakout above the upper trend line at $597.05 would initially indicate a stronger rate of increase. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential 3.2% change over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from negative 11.3% to 4.43%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 5.2%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could range from negative 10.72% to 10.76% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between $526.81 and $653.54. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF includes the headline: SPDR S&P 500 ETF price ended at $590.05 on Thursday, after gaining 0.395%. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF price gained 0.395% on the last trading day, which was Thursday, the 29th of May 2025, rising from $587.73 to $590.05. During that trading day, the ETF fluctuated 1.25%, reaching a low of $586.08 and a high of $593.42. The price has increased in 6 out of the last 10 days and is up by 0.43% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has also risen on the last day, along with the price, which is a positive technical indicator, with a total of 3 million more shares traded than the day before. In total, 69 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $40.710 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $613.23. While the lowest price was $481.80. Currently, the price is 3.78%, or $23.18, below the 52-week high of $613.23, which is also the all-time high for the ETF. The recent surge in CEO compensation at S&P 500 firms, which rose nearly 10% to an average of $17.1 million in 2024, highlights a widening disparity between executive and worker pay. While corporate profits and the stock market's momentum boost executive earnings, the modest 1.7% median wage increase for employees raises concerns about income inequality. This sharp contrast could lead to negative sentiment among consumers and investors, potentially impacting the SPY in the long term as public backlash increases against corporate practices. Conversely, 2025 has been a robust year for exchange-traded fund strategies, particularly the buy-the-dip approach, which has yielded substantial returns, reflecting strong investor sentiment. This trend could sustain the SPY's momentum. encouraging further investment in equities despite prevailing economic uncertainties. However, concerns surrounding profitability persist, with S&P 500 earnings estimates being adjusted lower. This shift emphasizes the appeal of valuation-focused strategies and defensive investments, particularly in the context of slower growth and increasing recession fears. As such adjustments dominate discussions, the SPY could experience volatility as investors recalibrate expectations. Amid this backdrop, the upcoming consumer spending data could serve as a significant driver for short-term market movements. Strong consumer spending may reassure investors and support further gains in the SPY ETF, while any disappointment could trigger a downward adjustment in stock prices. Overall, as market participants navigate through these dynamics, the SPY's price actions will be closely tied to both earnings forecasts and broader economic indicators, influencing trading strategies in both the short and long term. The following signals have been identified for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, indicating a positive forecast for the ETF. Additionally, there is a general buy signal stemming from the relationship between these two signals where the short-term average is above the long-term average. In the event of downward corrections, support can be expected at the levels of $586.70 and $561.45. A breakdown below either of these levels will trigger sell signals. Volume is increasing alongside the price, which is viewed as a favorable technical signal. However, some negative signals have also been issued, which may influence the near-term developments. A sell signal was generated from a pivot top point on Monday, May 19, 2025, and so far the ETF has decreased by 0.82%. Further declines are anticipated until a new bottom pivot is established. Moreover, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. Here are some additional signals you might find intriguing. Moving average convergence divergence, sell signal. Pivots, sell signal from 8 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 12 days ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 4 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 25 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicated a buy signal 21 days ago. When examining the 12-month chart, we observe the short moving average signaled a buy 26 days ago. The long-term moving average indicated a buy signal 14 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages provided a buy signal 3 days ago. For more signals, be sure to visit our page at StockInvest.us. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. On the downside, the ETF finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $548.62 and $505.28. There is a natural risk involved when an ETF is testing a support level, since if this level is breached, the ETF may then fall to the next support level. In this case, SPDR S&P 500 finds support just below today's level at $548.62. If this is broken, the next support from accumulated volume will be at $505.28 and $504.38. This ETF is usually traded at a good volume, and with minor daily changes, the risk is considered to be low. During the last day, the ETF moved $7.33. For as long as there's been a daily average volatility, 1%, that's the month. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. In case of an upward trend, the first resistance level for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF is at 590.38. If you do not own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be breached before entering a position. For those already holding the ETF, this could be a level to consider for swing trading. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF encounters its first support level at 548.62. If this support level holds, it could present a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $567.43, reflecting a decrease of 3.83%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits low daily fluctuations, which contributes to its low-risk profile. Additionally, there is a sell signal stemming from a pivot top identified 7 days ago. Is SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good buy? SPDR S&P 500 holds several positive signals, but we still do not find these to be sufficient for a buy recommendation. At the current level, it should be regarded as a hold candidate, meaning you may want to maintain or accumulate your position while awaiting further developments. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Friday, the 30th of May, we expect SPDR S&P 500 ETF to open lower by 20 cents and start trading at $589.85. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on the information from StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? We invite you to comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.